There we are. Good evening and welcome aboard the Airship of Awesomeness. I'm Alexi TopHatMage, and today we are going back to the Outer Worlds. Alright, so, last week we ended up coming to Monarch. On our way to Monarch, that's right. I just want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. We will continue this game until either A, we finish it, or B, Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. Hopefully with no more delays. Which, you know, on the one hand, if it does get a little more delayed, at least we'll have a little more time doing this, and I can switch over to Valhalla for a short while. Anyway, so... I'll admit I do like this music. Alright. So I hope everyone's doing great this evening. And, yeah. Got me my peppermint mocha coffee with some actual hot chocolate and peppermint stick in there. Good news, and I've got some more Mystic stuff finished, but more importantly, going up on the WordPress, I haven't touched that in a couple months. I know I'm a little unreliable, I don't follow deadlines. But, in the next few days, be sure to check out Night Song Stories blog at wordpress.com, or wordpress.com/nightsongstories.blog. I will have some more, a new blog post about some modern tech that I'm throwing in there. I'll be getting a lot of inspiration from Starfinder role-playing game, of course, but for the most part, I'll be just kind of tinkering with these roles, figuring out what could work good for my game. And hopefully, I might get another night of streaming one of these days. I mean, regular night, not intermittent. We'll see. We are now aboard the Unreliable. Welcome aboard. What was I doing? That's my problem, isn't it? I forget what I'm doing. So we'll do a little bit of upgrades. Just fine. Alright, that's working, and we are looking at my journal. Alright, we're going to talk to Pavarti, and then we're going to continue on to Monarch. There's a couple levels of this shit.
Felix, you got to hear this.
Uh-oh.
Guess who the villain was in this week's Virginia Young Girl Detective? Mr. Bertie Holcomb, that toss baller!
Wow, are you serious? I gotta get a copy of that.
Uh-huh. I see that. Hey, Pavarti.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Some of the drinks we tried, I even liked. I guess it's not all disgusting. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me.
Glad to hear.
I wouldn't mind having a drink again. Someday. In the distant future. Anyway. I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Okay. Not bad so far.
I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So June Lee does like you, and she said it's the most awkward way possible.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal, and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow,
Nothing wrong with that.
thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Not a problem. And that is good to go. Hey, yes. Okay, so for now, we are going to. Hey, Ellie. Nice armor. Felix. Interesting armor.
Like what I did with the place?
Good to see you, boss.
Good to see you too. Sometimes I like leaving random little messages. So, ooh, great, gunbreaker. See, I got this nice little plant from the garden for my shenanigans. Ooh, here it is. That wasn't here before, but it's here now. I am now in good terms with the groundbreaker.
Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
Sure. I'll get some sleep. See how 8 hours of sleep actually looks like.
Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
Not anymore. I just woke up. Ada, you're trying to kill me. Guess if you are, that's not. Okay, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Yes, put him on screen.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram.
Alright.
I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
You sound like you've been to Monarch.
No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
Hotbed of political activity. Sounds fun.
I certainly wouldn't call it boring, especially if your idea of fun involves navigating a hostile biosphere populated by carnivorous monsters. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss.
Oh.
Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Alright, I'm off.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Cheers. Alright, so let us take this, navigation down to Monarch. Looks like we're all going to long. Warning, dangerous Cascadia landing pad. We're just gonna go.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Thank you. Alright, crew. We're going to dangerous, unknown territory. I need my... Pick her max off for now. I'm gonna need my mechanic and probably my mech. Sawbones. That looks about as lovely as I expected to. about as lovely as I expected to be. Well, like I said, I got some new modern rules I'm toying around with for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Working on reload speed for things as well as damage output, because, you know, in a modern setting, you want things balanced, although it's going to be awesome. Welcome to Stellar Bay. Welcome to the planet Monarch. There's a lot of rendering and ugliness. Alright, well, come on, Vulture. Let's go. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Alright, here we go.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
Oh.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You've seen... Well, that is my ship on the landing pad right next to you.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
It takes more than a few gunships to scare me.
Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic, us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest saltuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Mordred.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Huh. Cool. Well, is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
You're saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Sulfur. And I think I've heard of the fish.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Because I'm kind of supposed to... That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. Do you think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Who's the Black Hole?
That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest Tosswell hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin. Dad had family that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Actually, I've been hibernating.
Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
Poster sounds pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Thank you. There, I better go talk to... I'll deal with those later. Sites.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
I'm gonna keep this in.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
I'm Roger Derek. Pleased to meet you.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I'll stay in chat, but it looks like you've had enough.
Another in a long line of damn fools trying to cut me off. I'll buy my own poison then. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
That sounds like it.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure. What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
If I can't get a steroid or caffeine something or another? Okay, you mean caffeinoid? That's just the stomach.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright. I'll be back. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's go help them out, shall we?
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
Well,
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
well, let's see here. This must be where they do
Velma
the
seem out of
saltuna.
sorts too?
She's always cranky.
It's amazing hearing NPCs like that. Look forward to hearing the next one.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brack's missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like. Hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Go. Hello.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals.
Oh.
Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
When can Nyoka get her next dose?
I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Huh. Forget fellow.
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter, young lady.
She says as I'm laughing my butt off. Where can I find this Dr. William?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Indeed. The flower of enlightenment.
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Guess I'll have to figure out this on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna have to, Well, they want me to talk to the Monarch head, which I probably eventually will, but, we're gonna come around here to the bar to left field, toss ball betting. Is betting even better? I know.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
I'm not here to chat about teams.
That's a shame. Tossball's just about the only good news we get around here. When our frequency's not too clogged up anyway.
But
So, what can I do for you?
you said you're having trouble receiving the tossball game transmission?
Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
Huh. That's all for now. Oh, great. To talk to her, I need to talk to the other person, so we're gonna... talk to the Monarch Stellar Industries peeps. Almost that.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Huh. So, Sandra.
Well, new business turns up at last.
Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That's very generous of you.
Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
Just charting my own path. Going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon.
Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
No. Afraid not.
Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a bottle of iceberg-aged whiskey for an occasion like this.
Seems like you're having a rough time, Mr. Sanjar. Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic disappointments. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
I mean, if you're free of the other corporations, why would you want to bring them back?
Surviving alone isn't as easy as it looks. Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
You're tired of scrounging and scraping by. Is that it? Actually not. No, sounds like you're freer than anyone else in the Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
Exactly what I would have said, if I'd been paying attention.
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan.
Okay.
But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
So what do you need to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
Oh.
On our terms, mind you.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure that you need to defend your city?
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. Sorry, what is it exactly?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
Okay, once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of your plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in.
Well, that sounds like it
And
sucks.
these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Why are you saying it that way?
Saying what? Which way?
Arms. You're saying arms instead of arms.
That's just what it's called. It's supposed to stand for something, but I forget what.
Fine, I'll see what I can do.
Good enough. I know when to settle. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Alright, before I go, I need
What
to
can
talk
I
to you
do
about
for you?
something. Met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Did a bang up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm looking for an information
Hiram?
broker.
Why, he's Probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
How do I get to Devil's Peak?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
I have a question about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments.
So, our current presidential administration, is that what you're saying, Sandra? Oh, wait, metagaming. Don't mind me. You sound skeptical.
Monarch may be dangerous, but it's hardly the wasteland the board describes it to be. Whatever the board's goals, the greater good has little part in them.
How did MSI get picked off the board?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You mean that it initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2? I see they put their best people on that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
That sounds lovely. How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out.
I hope you'd treat them nice, whether it was good business or not, Mr. Sanjar. That's what being a community means. Treating people right, because it's the right thing to do.
Like that's what you saw in Edgewater? Come on. People look out for themselves.
A noble thought, Miss Holcomb. Unfortunately, noble thoughts rarely sway board policy.
Yeah.
Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace the ideas. Actually, no. Using the board's own tools against them. Clever.
That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else.
I hope you gave them the finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind, in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Nice.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Ooh, that's low, even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
You don't seem to think much of Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
You've got strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony.
Well, that sucks.
He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
Uh-oh. Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
True. They treat you pretty roughly. Is it worth going
I'm
back
not
to
a
them?
man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you?
I gotta go.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest saltuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Jeremy asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grimm wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier, I heard you were saying we had money troubles.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
No, of course
Not at all.
buddy.
Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Did you go with all your money on weapon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really.
If you got that many bits to spend, then why are you buying so many parts?
So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Okay, well, okay, I'm curious. What are you seeing, Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Don't skip like
Good
that.
to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
Oh, that's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
I'll talk to you later. Okay. Well, that went awkward. Alright, so... Oh wow, it's already night?
Wrap.
Let's see here. Alright. For Sebastian.
Musk and Canid eyes, right here.
Where'd it go? There he is. Aha. Oh.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out.
Yeah.
I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
She's interested in you. Romantically.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Uh-huh. Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise you won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Experience.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
Alright.
You look like a man.
Let's see what you got. I don't have any junk. Oh, cool. Let's go and try Celia. Celia. You know, I've been playing The Witcher for a little while, so it's kind of switching.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say?
Oh, is it all going?
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He likes you, so yeah, just don't ask him for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Just gonna briefly do this. Let's do this. Voila. What's this? Negotiator. Win purses. Running. That looks like one item. Alright. Next up. Passion pills. Wrong office. One of these days I'll remember. Oof. Still, Blair's looking quite rough these days, but...
Sir, please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature.
Okay.
Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful.
Calm down. Take a deep breath. Tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
Where's Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
Okay, lady, you got a way overactive imagination there, so, I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it.
Okay.
And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Got it. But first, let me get my caffeinoid pills for, that, I thought that said slime. No. Oh, that coffee clearly didn't work as quickly as I'd hoped, but I'm here and we are still on our way through Monarch. Be sure to stay tuned as we will continue on with the adventure of Halcyon. Hopefully loading times in Cyberpunk won't be this bad. Hopefully. Here we are. What? Do I keep doing that? Why do I have a shotgun? Oh, that's the plasma rifle. That's right. With an ungodly amount of energy cells. Sniper rifle.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
You reckon the smell ever goes away? Maybe the wind off the sea helps. Got it. Heads down.
Raptophobia. Repeated encounters with raptidons has lessened your effectiveness when they're attacking you or your companions. No, spacers, please. We're not going to claw. No matter how many perk points you try and get me. No. Okay. Mental note. Switch up what? is going where? I should have shut the explosives. As it is, let's see here. More rapidons.
Bring you!
Let's get moving, shall we? Go out here and find out more. Who knows, we may end up coming back to this. Oh, those mushrooms growing there. That's cool. That did not sound good. What's that? Mushrooms everywhere.
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
Yeah.
Think they left anything good behind?
Oh, you never know. I mean, you could go raiding later. Let's get down before something comes in. There's something over here. Hopefully it's not marauders. Actually, I'm kind of hoping it is marauders because they're easier to shoot. I saw something. Must be the shadows. So Monarch has a really weird mountain top there. Can't see anything near that, so we're gonna peek our head over the edge here. Oh, there they are.
Here we go!
Oh boy. Where'd it go?
Anyone else?
I'm being astified. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh! Dr. Williams. There we are. Alright, now let's head back to town before something else tries to eat me. What's that? Abilities. And I think we just took out a good portion of that guy's head. Let's go looting. Looting. This must have been from when Monarch had alcohol or lots of stuff. Ammunition bits. That's it all. And more drops. That is one of my weaknesses, is I like to go and lootin'. Lootin'. Alright. Let's get back to town, shall we?
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload saltuna shipments to the carry.
Am I the only one getting hungry?
Yeah, I'd say you are. Let's Stellar Bay. Dissenter is in our midst. The enemy seeks to destroy our way of life. How did we get so ass backwards in space? Like, this is Ray Punk. This is, you know, War with the Worlds style sci-fi almost. Or, I don't think Rover Trains are. Well, these guys are just total. And mega corporations and such. You know, there's a reason why we have union laws and labor laws and such. Anyway, done with my ranting. Let's get back to what we're good at. Hunting down bad guys and good guy.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Hi.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
You can take one, right? Contemplate in one. Well.
Oh! Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy.
No, you really can't. I mean, he's dead. Get some purple berry cruncher. Nope. This bidding slip was from some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists from left field tossball betting. Huh, good to know. Come on. No one's gonna notice if I take a few mag lock picks. Especially when you're sneaky. Alright, you can stop sneaking. Let's get out of here. Random encounters of the day. Dead bodies. But first we're actually gonna go ahead and finish this passion kill quest here. Alright, and then we'll talk to what's it this? No one saw a thing. Let's see. Oh, I don't have a high enough hack. Persistent connection to the central communications server. Connection offline. Oh well. Alright. Now, let's take a look at our quest line here. Oh yeah. Logs. There. Yeah. Good tomorrow. We're gonna talk to.
Sounds like rat in here.
Ooh.
Oh, it does work. I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltuna smell.
Trust me, this is worse.
Oh, I'm glad somebody at least had something like that. Sebastian can smell.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Braxton, eh?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Hey, Velma.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
What are you talking about? Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook.
Okay.
I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules about everything?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit.
Fair enough.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
You're just giving Grimm's poster away? Can you pay
No.
for it?
I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
Surely we can throw something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Works with me. I'm hoping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Yeah, let's talk about something
Fine by
else.
me.
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick. Runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to them.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while.
Okay.
Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
I'll talk to him a little bit. Let's talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Oh, I mean, why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple.
Oh.
Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve compensation for that?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Ooh. Are you willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Sanja's gonna notice her shortfalls before long, and he'll hold you responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's got to keep the lights on.
I mean, yeah, but let's talk about something
Fine by
else.
me.
You said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming.
And
like yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Oh. Well, it's really nice of you not to say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Alright, who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
I'll talk to you later. Alright, well, first off, let's do the space crime continuum, which is right through here. Wow. This is where they do the saltuna. That's gotta suck. Oh. Hold on. Looks like he's dead on the job. Alright, so let's do the secret people next, and we will continue on. See, I like doing all the side quests personally because, well, I mean, side quest galore, right? But if you're a person, you can't blame me. I mean, you find all nice little Easter eggs, and you do get a little more help later on in these kind of games for doing side quests. So, let's see.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Huh.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Alright, let's get up here. Find Braxton.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Kaiser. You'll never hear the end of it.
Who are you?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Dilated pupils, anxious posture, muscle spasms. She's high on some quality stuff.
No! Okay, maybe just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
So you do know Braxton. Where is he now?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand.
Oh.
So maybe look for him there?
Sounds good. That's all I needed.
Poor fella. Hope he's okay. We should hurry, Captain.
Alright, let's go to Braxton's apartment. Or search the house. Yeah. One thing I do have to admit about Stellar Bay, there is a lot of side quests here. It is possibly actually the largest location that I have to do in this entire game. I mean, Edgewater was pretty big, but like this place was a lot bigger. And of course, you know, you still gotta bounce around the solar system while you're getting ready to do the Byzantium quests in Tartarus. So that's gonna be fun. In any event, so I'll be doing some more adventuring here.
You sure have seen a lot of the colony, huh, Dr. Fenhill?
Ellie. And sure, but most of it looks the same from inside a ship.
Sorry, Dr. Ellie. Still, though, don't you find it thrilling, being in space?
Look, it's just Ellie.
Space. The final frontier. We did change everything up on Monarch. But, you know, you're a high class area. Oh, excuse me. Sleep is for the weak. Alright, so we're gonna go and investigate. I already took out all the raptidons here, although I don't think I got any of all their stuff. It's kind of a shame. Oh. Ah, here's the house that we talked about. We'll go and knock on the door. Say hello. 5 minutes late? Ah, shoot, I did. Yeah, well, just trying to get everything all fixed up and ready to go. Ah!
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
In my experience, any stranger this friendly either wants to rob and airlock you or sell you something.
Nonsense. Out here in the wilderness, we welcome all who come to our door. Now come in, make yourselves comfortable.
Huh. Looking for a man named Braxton. Supposedly came by here?
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The raptidons and marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Sure you haven't seen Braxton? I heard he was delivering medicine to you.
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
I'm looking for a name named Braxton.
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names.
Is something wrong?
It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way too.
Okay.
Other times it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Maybe I can help you?
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
I'm gonna leave you alone now. Oop.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Certainly can't fault your optimism.
And who could? Stretch out your hand and cosmic divinity reaches back. Open wide your mouth and the universe provides sustenance.
What do you mean by that?
Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Sure. Alright, let's see here. Hello.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
What are you talking about?
You know, the ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on the front.
Doesn't sound like any medication I've heard of. Nothing legitimate, anyway.
They don't taste very good, but they make me feel so nice. Hungry, too.
I don't have anything like that.
That's too bad. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
What's his name, Braxton?
I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers.
Why doesn't he bring you any more rock candies?
He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
Well, you continue about?
Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
We wouldn't want to intrude.
Okay. Nice looking place you got.
Okay, keep it quiet.
What the fuck? Okay. Seems very odd.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
Why is the door locked?
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
Okay.
I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
I'll keep myself occupied then. Well, that door's unlocked. Hello! You can't see anything. Okay, time to find out what the heck's going on here.
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling.
I'm gonna be sick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're getting down to brass tacks now. Yeah, everybody's mad at me. We're going to have to find our way out. Yeah.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my better qualities.
How very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Incoming!
Gotta admit, killing them felt really good.
Yep. Wow. That was something extra. Let's not visit that place again. Okay. Flow windows. Add beauty and verisimilitude to your frontier home. After hearing certain stories about cannibalism, that did not feel very good. Not in the slightest. So, next up, we're going to go ahead and run back to town, and we're going to go talk to the other peeps. Velma's loader. Auto loaders. Sorry. Not a big fan of cannibalism. Alright. Back to town. I wonder if I can fast travel from here. I know in The Witcher they want you to fast travel specifically. South worst, and this is Borsthorst. We'll be back shortly. Loading. Yeah, more loading. Sorry, everyone. Oh. Are you watching? Oh, thank you for watching this live stream of the Outer Worlds with me. 3 hour straight stream. No breaks. I don't usually take a break, but in any event, thank you for watching and thank you for joining me tonight. We'll be continuing this adventure, the Outer Worlds. Hopefully we'll be done in the nearish future, but we're gonna get as much done as we can tonight. Hopefully without a lot of back and forth loading screens. The next game on my stream will be Cyberpunk 2077 because I don't think I'll be done with this by the time that comes out. And when that does come out, so we run through the town. Put the gun away. Why does the gun always appear?
Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure, best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain.
Oh, good.
It's kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
I wonder. Ow. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Let's not try that again. God, sickening wet crunches, man. Boing. 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 Oh, I can't do it. Anyway. Oh. Well, we'll go back to the yacht club. Why the heck can we go back to the yacht club, talk to the dude? Hi, Nyoka. Oh, Nyoka. Great. I need to talk to you.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Got your magic pills. These are dangerous.
Says
now.
someone who's never had any fun.
Oh, come on.
Exactly. See, I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sensible, got her head on straight.
Ah, Nyoka.
Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Well, let's find the information.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Well, provided we're on the ship, we need to piss off.
Mighty big gun you got there. I'm looking forward to seeing you use it.
We're gonna level up real quick, I guess. Let's see here. Get some persuade, get some intimidate. More stuff going. Technical skills and some leadership, and we're good to go. And Nyoka, we gotta get you leveled up.
Big gun for a hunter.
I don't know what the game's like on Terra 2, but out here, the daintier weapons ain't gonna cut it. Manosaurs require stopping power.
Yeah, I shipped with a merc who had a gun like yours, Nyoka. He polished it, sang to it, slept with it.
Oh.
Not like that, as far as I know.
Sounds like he had himself a discerning palate. Where are you going with this?
He couldn't hit the broadside of an assault cruiser, hence the tin shredder.
Wouldn't be the first man I met bearing compensation for his lack of skill.
Oh snap, Nyoka. Oh snap. Compensation. Alright, so... Hey, what did load my... Eric's handiwork. Yo, buddy.
New face, huh? You from Off-World?
Yes. Get Mordred.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell and revel with us?
Well, what are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad that made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
We need to talk about...
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Velma's replace her with some like contractors.
Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay.
Alright, so I'm just gonna file Velma for them.
I never meant to call for anyone's head on a pike. Velma's not my favorite person, but she ain't been cruel to us. Devil it all. Now you got me feeling sorry for her. Fine. I guess we'll go back to work to save Velma's job. We'll find a better time to negotiate our wages. Tell Velma not to worry. We'll look out for her.
Well... it looks like that worked. Last time that didn't work, but then again I hardly ever put any points in this lie. So we'll get the to that.
I hear those rich people in Brazil and
hey Velma.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in saltuna guts.
Well, I'm sorry.
You spat in your spirits, Velma.
You notice my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition?
Oh?
Anyway, what do you folks need?
What do I need? I got some bad news about Braxton.
That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
He was killed by cannibals.
That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Yeah. It's a rotten way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement.
Unfortunate.
Something else on your mind?
Yeah, can we come to, let's talk about Tsuki.
You knocked any sense into him yet?
Told him you're about to lose your job. He said he'd come back.
Well, that's awful nice of him. Sure wouldn't have expected that. Thanks for your help. You've gotten me out of a tight spot here. Take this for your efforts. Honest work deserves honest pay.
Alright, talk to you later. Ooh, right. We're gonna go over really quickly before we continue on with this game to talk to what's her name? Yeah, where's is it? There it is. Over here at left field to talk about more freaking toss ball. Yeah, I've never actually seen a toss ball. They're gonna. I always do that.
Here to catch a game? I'm afraid the transmission's still pretty bad. What can I do for you?
First off, you remind me of the chick from Fallout 3, the one with the survival guide. Velma tells me you outbid Grim for a signed tossball poster?
Signed by the Black Hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
Could I trade you for it?
I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball artifact. The Black Hole doesn't even sign things anymore. He just puts a stamp on them. Of course, the only reason I asked Velma about it in the first place was because those sublight fellas lost my shipment of official tossball jerseys. I was gonna line the walls with them. They're the new ones, now with authentic game time aroma.
Authentic? As in players actually sweating them?
Of course not. No, authentic means close enough to be the real thing, but not actually the real thing. Everyone knows that. Anyway, I guess they tried to take a shortcut around Amber Heights and ran into some trouble. Can't blame them for trying. Those iconoclasts never shut up. But they lost a bunch of cargo, including my jerseys. If you could get those for me, I might let Grim have that poster.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. Don't put yourself in danger on my account, though. That poster will be a fine substitute.
That's all for now. Let's get out of here. If I clear up the signal, hopefully it will better. Eventually. The Unreliable. Goodness, that was an excellent ship. Oh no.
If I never smell another Wrapped, it'll be too soon.
Weren't you a Sawbones? Figured you ought to have smelled worse.
Sure, but those things reek like bad cologne. It's different.
I'm with you there. At least humans have the courtesy to wait a while before their bodies start to stink.
Most of them.
Inter-party banter. Once I get the time, I'm going to be setting up a special set of Starfinder games, hopefully, as well as Pathfinder 2nd Edition modern setting, my own creation. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that started one of these days. I'd like to start streaming those games again. Again, if I ever get the time. But I don't have the time. I don't have the money for that.
Captain, let's talk.
Yeah, Nyoko?
Hey, got a favor to ask you. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an old friend of mine.
Huh.
Preferably before we get to Hiram's. It's on the way, don't worry.
Alright.
You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Okay. Thanks for the compliment, I think.
I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But this, what I'm thinking, it's dangerous.
Okay. I'm honored you're asking, and I'm thrilled to accept. What can I do?
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
What do you need to do?
First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to bury.
After that?
Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out.
If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
Well, sounds fun. We're gonna have to kill Mana Queen.
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
Where'd she pop up? Anyway. Oh, what? Yeah, okay. We'll deal with that later, but first, let's get a move on, shall we?
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You'd think some terraforming would be in order. Oh, maybe it's that time on Monarch. Our character doesn't sleep much. They described this place as like hell, but
I'll keep it down. Try that again.
Ow. I got my head bow in my bell room there. Alright. Ooh, heavy power armor. What's that? Medium? Heavy. Yeah. I need to find some like medium armor or something. Alright, Ellie. What are you wearing? Not Ellie. Nyoka. Ooh. We got a new toy. Alright. Hiking gear. Light armor. Why is it like everyone wearing light armor? There we are. Check your head. Hiking gear. Water resistant. Worker's outfit. Water resistant. Yeah. Alright. Eventually I'll get some pretty darn good armor. But until then, we'll make our way down the road. Why don't I go ahead and get that? Star-Crossed Troopers. Grab that. Bye, guys.
Watch your feet. The sulfur pools don't just stink. I'll take a toe off.
I see.
Here we go. Don't mess with us.
I am going to eventually I will eventually remember how to do this game. Speaking of, let's get my consumables. Oh, shoot. Bad guys. Can I take his head off?
Here we go.
Wow, really? Ha! Down you go, you son. Let's put. Alright. Well, I'm a good sniper. I think I'm gonna need some lighter armor. Oh, some shit. Looting. What's this? Gotta say something. Oh. Eventually we'll get that all sorted and organized and ready to go. Any more bad guys? Occasionally I'll get a little weird ding, but that's possibly for some other reason. Alright. Shit, canids.
Right fire!
That's how you take them down. I should probably take a look at this. Vending machine! Sell all my junk! Buy some light ammo. Nope. Spacer's choice, that's why. Okay. I got real tired of Spacer's choice. Okay.
Everyone all right?
Wow, that was bad. Even for me. Okay, well. Let's take a look at my weapons real quick. Let's see. Unequip that. Is that the Ultra? Yeah, that's the Ultra. Well, looks like I got a new assault rifle. One that I'll have to adjust the mods on, of course, but you know, that's something we'll always have to do. Anyway, we'll continue on through, eventually heading up Amber Heights, I hope. And we'll see. More ammunition, yes! I've seen these plants before. Ooh, acid pits, never mind. Sulfuric acid, is that what those are? Oh, I'm using simply stream mechanical? Stream mechanical, okay. Okay, so we don't want this.
Mess them up!
Oh boy. Crispy critter down. Hello, I must be near Amber Heights now. Sweet. Alright, let's go on up and get a move on, shall we? Holy mother of God, that scared the bejeebus out of me. There we go. Alright, let's see. Alright. Yes. Get that perk. That perk's an ass perk. Alright, and here we are at Amber Heights. Well then, that's been one heck of a trip. But we'll make it. Let's go and knock on the front door, shall we? Here's a little camp. Look cute. What are those? Wow. Those the freaking mannery things and sprouts. Ah. Well, I guess when you gotta eat, right? Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to my stream, and we are moving on to the Amber Heights section of Monarch. Yeah, we're gonna continue running around, causing all kinds of shenanigans on Monarch, and hopefully, do a bit more than just a bunch of dialogue here. But I figured I'd stop in Amber Heights first. After that, well, I'll see. Loading screens are always boring. Ah, here we go.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet.
Thank you.
In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting. We're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
You're offering me a pamphlet you don't have.
I'm so sorry. It's a habit, I suppose. We used to have plenty, but we ran out of paper and ink. Ever since the corporations left, it's been hard to come by the basics. But you know what we do have? Freedom! This is the only place in Halcyon you'll find it. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
Well, no problems? What about Reptidons? Or Marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
One big happy family, huh?
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father. I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
Oh, good to know. To know Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
What about Zora?
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Alright, to answer your question, D-Dog, just keep in mind this is like most other role-playing games, especially along the lines of like Skyrim or Fallout. It's made by Obsidian. They're pretty good company. Your best bet is to, it depends on your playstyle really, go with your best strengths, but try and keep up some sort of combat skill and definitely dialogue skills. Hacking and lockpicking are pretty good ones to, you know, basically keep up on. After all, you're going to run into a lot of locked locations. But besides that, stick with a basic weapon and or a melee or ranged, and dialogue options. Those are usually pretty fun. And don't forget to equip your allies with good perks. and weapons and armor. You do find a lot of gear in here, so you'll be fine on bits for a while. It's a little tough starting off, but there's a lot of ways you can go. Each companion also does give a bonus to some of your skills, so just keep that in mind. That way you don't just bring the same companions over and over again. Depending on where you're going and what you need, you can always swap out your companions. So it's really useful, actually. Back to the questionnaire. Where can I find them?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
Why are you here and not in Zella Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Got it. Okay.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Sounds actually a lot like some of the people I would expect the corporates would have. I kind of hate the board in this game. They did a very good job making villains here that you just absolutely hate. Alright. Thank you very much, D-Dog, and yeah, have fun. It is a blast to play, and the customization's great. If you wear armor like I do, lots of it, well, I like having good armor, but I'm starting to realize maybe I should tone down the level of the armor because, holy crap, I can't sneak. Anyway, hope to see you again on our stream soon, next week.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
It's Captain Mordred Durak.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Tucker? You're Agnes' little boy from Stellar Bay?
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
She made it seem like you were in danger, asked me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
Easy, alright. So what do you want to do about it? She'll keep sending people to look for you.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead.
Sounds like
something. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
You want to fake your own death to avoid talking to your mother.
I know it sounds extreme,
you
but I can't go back. I just can't. This is the only way I can think of to be free.
I mean, there are times I don't want to talk to my own mother, but no, that's just extreme, dude. You're okay with her thinking you died? Don't you think that'll hurt her?
I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for her to move on. In the long run, you know?
If we do this, I'd need some proof that it was really your body I found.
Oh, right. I guess you could take my daddy's ring. I've worn it ever since he died. Mama would recognize it right away. You take this back to Stellar Bay. Tell my mama I died and you found that on my body. I know it'll be hard on her, but it's the only way.
It's the only way, it's the only way. Alright, let's go talk to... God, what are the names? Leaders of the Iconoclast? Yeah, leaders of the Iconoclast. Oh, that's a dead raptidon. What's these guys wear? Armor. Nice to know. Okay, so there's the triage.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
Whoa.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No. All I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
Oh. Wow. Who's throwing that? Who's blaming her now? This must be an old bar or something.
Romantically.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
Oof.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Vanoys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Oh boy. Hey, Graham.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one.
Oh.
Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
I'm told you're out of pamphlets? That's a shame.
Ah, yes. The first step to accepting the truths of philosophism is to open your heart to its wisdom. I've found the written word to be quite effective in helping people do that. But alas, the eternal truth hasn't been generous with the paper and ink. Now, why have you come?
Well, just looking for a way ways to help people, the people here.
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Why?
I have always dreamed of subverting the colony's periodicals and turning the board's own propaganda against them. If I could get my message directly in the hands of Byzantium citizens, I'm sure they'd recognize the truth. Will you aid us in our cause?
Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers. A woman named Carlotta periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Where is the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
Alright, I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Good to know. So we can do that. Let her go, and we'll go ahead and go down and talk with her for a little bit. Oh, I mean, this has been fun. A fun 2 hours. We've got a little more time for the end of the stream, but once we do the... We're going to talk to Zora here, because I have a feeling... Excuse me. I have a feeling I need to discuss with her about a few things here. And then we'll get back on to exploring Monarch.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
Oh, yeah. You're in the triage clinic here?
Yeah. Name's Zora. I've been patching up the iconoclast since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
After meeting that guy, I'm amazed anyone around here still has 4 functioning limbs.
Don't get me wrong. He's got an uncanny ability to harden folks' spirits. And we need that around here.
Mm-hmm. So you're a Sawbones.
I was a long time ago. Over in Cascadia. Rizzo was trying to sweeten up animal parts, and often that meant a lab coat got bit. Now I'm whatever I need to be to keep these folks from bleeding out.
Does seem wasteful to buy press parts rather than food.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
Uh-huh. Do you always talk to your leader like that?
When he's being an idiot, sure.
What happened in the ruins?
A Mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere, and I guess the gunfire attracted raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath.
Oof.
You found a queen that far north? Wish I'd been there.
You and me both, Nyoka. We could have used the help. Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Alright. Need help?
You want to do us a favor or two? Go talk to Bronson. He's always looking to pass his work off on someone else. For now, I gotta get to the wounded. Welcome to Amber Heights.
Alright. Well, thank you. Alright. And, oh, I need to talk to someone about, let's see, are you Bronson? No.
Ah, crazy town. Never change.
Bronson!
Welcome to the Emporium. I'm Bronson.
Yeah, I heard. Emporium, let's see. What do you got? Let's repair all my stuffs. Buy your Spaces choice gear. Ooh, those are some nice weapons. And, Adreno. Alright, now.
What are you
let's talk
buying?
about the actual thing that I need to talk to you about. Is this a store?
It ain't really a store. Think of me more like a quartermaster, and a chef, and a handyman, and whatever else we need.
The quartermaster for the iconoclast?
We gotta eat. Eating means hunting. Hunting means armaments. We used to let people take what they will, but then some idiot shot some other idiot over cards. So Zora set up a system. You fuck up, you don't get to buy gear. You play nice, you do.
Alright, anything you need help with?
Yeah, plenty. If you're the type to fix a thing or two, I've got a couple reports I need to follow up on.
Okay.
The pipes up on Milton's house burst. Someone needs to shut them off. Then there are the cables outside the bar. A sprat chewed through them, and now they're spitting lightning. Then there's the old guardhouse, outside town on the way to the old Bayside Terrace. Someone needs to reset the comms breaker there.
Alright. Simple enough, I'll let you know when they're
I ought to tell you.
done.
Most of these systems are routed through one of our terminals. You might be able to handle some of them remotely if you know your way around a computer. We sent Milton out to check on the comms tower a while ago. Ain't heard back. I'd wager he got 8.
Where's this terminal?
Up the hill. It's right on the cliff's edge.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks for the tip. Alright, so let's see. Why don't we do the quests in town first here? Tasks, odd jobs. Alright, let's go do some of these odd jobs and then.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same.
Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet blood.
So? You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. Then all that sweetness takes the air anyhow.
Nah, don't boil it.
We're gonna get sick all the same. Might as well enjoy it.
Don't boil. Do you want the runs?
Better than tasting sulfur and dirt every damn day.
You say that now. Ew. Interesting conversations are best heard at random intervals. It's a quote from a good friend. If I ever see him on here, I'll let you know. Ow. That hurt. Let's get healed up, shall we? Ow, that hurt. That was done. Next task. Hey. Let's see here. Okay, something popped up in my chat. No way to get rid of it. Oh well. Oh, wow. Ow. I'm on fire now. Oh! Okay. Ooh. I'm not going to be stealing from these people. Well. Now we're heading back to Monarch. Monarch area. We'll get that done. We'll also get the rollers, and hopefully we'll have enough time before the end of the stream to get a little further along on Monarch. I feel like this might be a 2 to 3 parts mini-series. The Outer Worlds Tales of Monarch. So stick around for a little bit more. We'll be Hi! Oops. Squeeze the trigger on that. Blew a hole through the Monarch hologram sign. Anyway. Let's see. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight as I play the Outer Worlds. We'll get through this as quickly as we can, and then we'll move on to Fallbrook. We'll get Fallbrook, and hopefully we'll get to the next thing. Am I overburdened? No, we're overburdened. Okay. Revolver Mark II. Hunting rifle ultra. I'll have to see about that. You have a big ass gun. Light machine gun. Species trace. I'll have to remember that. Tremor cleaver? Yeesh. Oh, nope. Nope. Where's the light machine gun? Where is that giant gun? There it is. Yes. Alright. Last little bit of equipment shifting here. Deals 198. Yeah, my big old sniper rifle deals just a little more damage. Alright. So glad there isn't anything about stamina here. This must be it. This must be the spot. Let's see here. We'll sneak around the corner here. We'll take a look-see. See what we got going on. First, that's right, I have the building here for the odd jobs and then the other side quest. 4 Amber Heights, then the Icon quest. Yay! All that's done. Return to Bronson. Okay, but first... the commute. Ah, something in the eyeball. Alright, we'll take my giant sniper rifle. Right up here.
I can take a hint.
Alright. Hello. Nice.
Excuse me, but this area's off limits. We got a leaky generator. It ain't safe. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off.
What's going on here?
We're fixing a leaky generator. What's it to you?
What's wrong with the generator? Why are you out here fixing the generator?
Why are you asking me questions instead of sucking sulfur? Get out of here.
What's going on here?
We're fixing a...
What's wrong with the generator?
What are you, a safety inspector? It's bust...
You're just standing around this fence, though. Shouldn't you be fixing it?
Oh, whoops. I'll get right on...
And you can say...
And I'm just gonna let you walk on in? Why's that now?
I'm here to investigate reports of a mantis storm infestation.
Oh, of all the void damned. I ain't getting eaten alive for a couple of bits. Pack it up, crew!
Bye, Niles. Hello, sublight thugs. Hey, these morons, right? Yo, let me in.
Too quiet. What are you up to out there? Hello?
Relax, sublight squad's gone. Actually, no. Do you have a moment to talk about our salvation through order of scientific inquiry?
You can't be serious. Who are you, anyway?
I'm Mordred. Graham sent me to collect supplies.
Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing.
Oh.
Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
Hi, Carlotta.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you.
Mantis
Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them.
Oh, thank you.
Like I said, this is my last run.
Oh, where would they get their supplies?
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand.
Ooh.
I should go. Look, Graham's got a bit or two left in his account. I can send one last dropout before I wash my hands of this. What do you want delivered?
Supplies. Extra food and medicine.
I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along.
A lot of XP for this.
Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
Trying not to, okay? Trying not to. Alright. Go ahead and go through here. Guess that's one thing I'm gonna pick up here. See, that's one thing you can't really... Ooh, perfect. They're there. I don't like stealing from town because if I get caught, I get mad. If they get mad, then they chase me through town. And I don't want to get chased through town, darn it. A lot of, you know, I don't want to be called a marauder. I already deal with enough marauders. I don't want to deal with myself being a marauder. It's a whole other level of hassle. Plasma carbine. Alright. Is that everything? Not quite. Okay. Do I have... Yes, I have enough now. The one thing I'm going to do is pick up more madlocks. Sweet. Alright, we're going to pick it all up. We're going to come over here. We're going to sell all the junk. Oops. Crap. Now Now I gotta sell some stuff. Ooh, that's heavy armor. That's a light armor. Alright, hold on. We're gonna do some minor selling. Find out what the hell I bought on accident. Shit, I already bought that. Alright. There we go. Hey, Faye. Ew. No. We're going with the superpower. Since I already bought it. No grudges, though. Hey, accidental purchases give you great armor, apparently. That's okay. Alright, let's GTFO! Move on to the next side quest here. Star Coast Trooper? Ooh. And man, the Grim tomorrow. Alright, go ahead and set the Grim tomorrow as active for the moment since it's right there. Ooh, 10 minutes left. Hey guys. Alright. Oh. Never mind. Those are in the mountain. But not the mountain. Alright, we'll do it, and then we'll head up Fallbrook. And that is where we'll end tonight's stream. Ooh! Let's get over to Amber Heights real quick, and then hang up right. Alright, come on. Let's get over to Amber Heights here. It's somewhere up here, so we'll come up here, see what we can do now. Ooh, I almost stepped in something. I wonder if that's water or sulfur. God, I wish this planet had something. Oop. Water vandal. Actually effective. Take all your gear, all your gear, all your gear. I want to do Mars. Actually, sounds like try and kill everyone. Oh, yes. You know, bits. I mean, every little bit counts. Come on, that was a little funny. Come on, a little funny, people. And I won't be able to open that up yet. Dang it. Yeah, right. Well, guess we'll go exploring. Go exploring. Now that we have her thing. Yeah, why don't we talk to... Let's do the commuter, since we're already here. Yeah. Alright.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Alright, thank you, Nyoka. I know you preferred to get your side quest done, but I think we're gonna have to get to my main quest first, and then we'll handle your side quest. God, I love having the loyalty of the crew. Okay, so next week we'll be continuing this adventure stream, and then probably the following week this will be at least a 2-parter, if not a 3-parter, depending on how much we can get done and how quickly we can get it done. And that my Pathfinder 2nd Edition party is looking for another player. You on my stream, I already have the information for it. Just go to the Discord server, Airship of Awesomeness, link in the description below there. You can join up. It's Pathfinder 2nd Edition, homebrew. No hold bars. Make any class, any race combination. I'll fit you in somehow. But if you're interested, you can also find a bunch of homebrew stuff that I'm working on, namely the Artificer class, the Mystic class I'm getting work on, and a couple of homebrewed races, and finally some modern setting rules. I'm also working on a modern setting itself called the Seven Spheres. It's modern near future. It's going to have a bit of cyberpunk funkiness to it. I'm going to include cybernetics, advanced hacking, things like that, but that's going to be for a different time. For now, let's talk to the quartermaster. Come on, Brunson.
What are you buying?
I got Resident Evil vibes from that one.
I'll be damned. Thanks for doing that. Here. Zora sets aside a bit or two for people who help out.
Alright.
Before you ask, no, it ain't pay. Just being generous to folks who do a good turn.
Alright. Well, there's that. Now we can go talk to Graham. Let's go talk to Graham and Zora, and we are going to leave this and continue on. What's up, Graham?
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Uh-huh. Got your rollers. The rest of your account went to food and medicine.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
I've got bad news. Sandjar is made illegal to sell you guys.
That is most unfortunate. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony.
Time to fix up the printing press, I guess?
The print... Oh no. Graham, you didn't.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best. Meet them there and find out if they've been successful.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
You're lucky they don't have airlocks on Monarch, or someone would have helped you into one by now.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
Spreading the word around. You could have sent them back after backing Zora up, right?
Yes! You're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, Just, if the Vernoys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
I'll do everything I can. Alright. Well, that bites. But they'll have to suck it up, I guess. Oh no! And we are just about out of time. Let me get out of town. Since we started a little late, we'll run this a little bit longer, but we do have to get going soon. Alright. What the hell? Well, guys. Anthrocillin. For your bones. For anthropology? I don't know. And Auntie Cleo is just... This whole thing is just... Ugh. Alright. Well, we are unfortunately out of time, folks. I'm gonna get over to the crossroads. Switch my quest marker to... Yeah, we'll go to Fallbrook for now. And, once we're done with that, we're gonna continue the adventure in Monarch during the Outer Worlds Let's Play, whatever I'm calling this, Adventures on Monarch. That's this mini-series within the Outer Worlds Let's Play for the TopHatMage. I am Alexi Durak, TopHatMage. You can find me on Twitter at DurakMage. You can also find me on my Discord server, Alexi Durak, wherever. Just look for the TopHatMage, guys, and thank you again for joining me tonight. Look forward to seeing everyone next time, and if you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to come check us out on our Discord server, or come see us live on Twitch every Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m., unless events say otherwise. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all next time. Bye!